Hey, what's up? I'm Channel Pup Fanboy Supervillain. Now, just the other day, we had the Sonic Central presentation, and on that same night, we also had the PlayStation State of Play event, which I didn't actually watch because I'm not expecting anything new from the Spider-Man games for a while. Little did I know that on top of the absolute motherload of Sonic news dropped by the Sonic Central, the State of Play would also have something rather eventful to show us. We have our very first look at Shadow Generations DLC coming in December. So I'm going to be talking all about what we've seen of that today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to become my boss, hit up the Patreon link in the description below and I will be at your feet for the rest of time. Without further dudes, onwards. Sonic Central really excited me this year, with its story trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations, its new teaser for Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings, which, as I record this, is set to drop tonight, so expect a video on that soon. And just so much exciting stuff. If you want to see my reaction to the Shadow Generation story trailer, that is the previous video to drop on this channel. Be sure to check that out. I screamed when I saw Mephiles. But I'm absolutely sold on this game, and everything that it represents for the Sonic franchise. A huge step forward in production values and presentation. It looks to have spectacular level design. It's reviving concepts from the past that we didn't think we'd ever see again because they weren't well received at the time. The return of humans outside of Dr. Robotnik in the Sonic games. Shadow Generations just feels like the culmination of everything Sonic Team have learned since Sonic Frontiers, and I've never seen a Sonic game look so confident, look so bold. This is a vision for the future. This is what Sonic games should be. And just when I thought it couldn't get any more perfect, they had to go and put on the PlayStation State of Play event. So since Gamescom, we've been aware that there is a secret skin and secret level coming to Shadow Generations in December. And a lot of us speculated that that would coincide with the movie, which is a great idea. I've wanted these games to kind of draw a little bit more from the movies in terms of additional content. So to have, a movie Shadow skin is something I'd absolutely be on board with. I'm honestly surprised we didn't get a movie Sonic skin for Sonic Frontiers. That would have been awesome. It's funny, I want the movies to pull more from the games, but I also want the games to pull more from the movies as well. But I've always kind of wanted to see what a game taking place in the Sonic movie universe would look like. Well, with the State of Play, it was revealed what that additional skin and level would be. And lo and behold, we are getting the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack, dropping December 12th, so just a bit ahead of the film. But this appears to be more than just a level and a skin, as what we have here appears to have its very own little story. Shadow leaps from the world of the Sonic video games and into the world of the Sonic movies, taking on the appearance of movie Shadow and his voice.
I've taken on another form?
Which means that yes, Keanu Reeves is voicing Game Shadow. Wow! Now that is a get. Some folks have said that this must be the highest budget Sonic game ever, but this could have also been part of Keanu's contractual obligations signing on to the movie as well, so this might be kind of a co-finance deal, as this is after all publicity for the movie. But just the fact that we are getting a Sonic game with Keanu Reeves in it, that is big in of itself. But it is kind of addressed that this is the same Shadow from Shadow Generations. He just popped out of a portal, landed in the world of live action, and he's taken on the appearance and voice of movie Shadow. Interesting use of kind of the multiverse thing here. I don't think they're going to go too deep into that. And we get our first look at the Shadow movie skin. Now, I'm going to say this straight up. I don't think this is necessarily going to be a skin that you can just kind of toggle on and off in the main game. I hope it is, but I don't think it will be. Given that they've come up with like an in-universe reason as to why he takes on this appearance, I reckon it will just be exclusive to this level pack. The character model, I won't lie, will take some getting used to. It is by no means a perfect replication of movie Shadow. It's not bad either, it's just very notably lower fidelity. And the ears just kind of remind me of the Little Friends cats and dogs on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know why. This design just looks slightly awkward in this lighting engine, which is clearly built a bit more for the smooth characters that we know from the games. I also really wonder how this is going to look on the Switch, but I am super happy to finally get a movie skin. And I am really hoping that even if there is an in-universe reason as to why he has this look in this DLC, that you will be able to play in this skin for the rest of the game. Kind of like how Sonic Forces had the episode Shadow DLC, but then you could play as Shadow in the rest of the levels. I'm hoping they'll do a similar thing here. In fact, I'm hoping on top of that, that we'll also get a movie Sonic skin for the Sonic Generation side of things. Because we are well overdue that. As for the level, it looks to be taking place in Tokyo. And honestly, it looks terrific. It is funny to see a more realistic depiction of Tokyo, complete with like the bounce pads from a Sonic game. It'd be even better if those were there in the movies as well. But there's a real sense of like the chaos going on around as well, as you can see like tanks that are on fire and military vehicles trying to take Shadow down. There's a gun helicopter, and there are the gun robots there, appearing to take on a unique design as well, so I wonder if those will actually be in the film. I really hope so. Once again though, the level design seems to really be taking us on a journey, much like a lot of the other levels showcased for Sonic X Shadow Generations so far. We've got overground, the main city, we've got a railroad, we've got underground, and you can see parts of the level design that I've really been wanting to see in more Sonic games, such as this one part here where you can see a road ahead with laser fields and enemies, and you can just jump your way up that, or you can take this side way up here with this ramp and then just wall run your way over all those obstacles. That is peak Sonic level design right there, folks. Take the part with the platforming and the enemies, or dare to challenge gravity itself by running up a wall. That is so cool. The scenery looks spectacular. I am wondering if this is just going to be one single level. Like, I think that was what was advertised in the Digital Deluxe advertisement way back when. They've called it a pack, so I don't know, maybe get 2 acts? What if you get a boss fight? What if you get a boss fight against Sonic? Oh my god. Because we were talking about, like, the prospect of a Sonic boss fight in Shadow Generations in the reaction to the Sonic X Shadow Generations story trailer. My buddy Garrulus64 was saying, like, wouldn't it be amazing if there was a Sonic boss fight? And it does seem like there will be that, as there is that one shot from the PS5 trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations, which appears to show Sonic and Shadow aboard the Ark fighting each other, but it looks to be in Hedgehog Engine 2, the models look to be updated, so maybe that's a boss fight in Shadow Generations, but what if we get a movie Sonic boss fight, or maybe fighting against movie Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles? According to the narration, yes, you do get to replay parts from the film, so it does lead me to wonder just how far they're going with this. Given that this is a DLC that will be available for people who own the Digital Deluxe Edition at no extra cost, I'm going to assume it's going to be quite small. But just to be able to finally play around in the world of the Sonic movies. Fucking finally! And Keanu sounds great as Shadow here as well. It's great to hear him sounding a bit more laid back in this trailer. Whereas everything we've heard of him from the movie, aside from that one aloof line of dialogue where he mentions that they're a colorful bunch, everything sounds quite aggressive and vengeful. Here we've got a Shadow that's been through all that, stepping into the form of movie Shadow. Someone who's kind of been there and done that, so I wonder how everything's going to be contextualized within the story of this DLC and just how far they're going to take that. Honestly, I'm expecting just any story revolving around this DLC to be purely just, this is why Shadow is in this world, and nothing more. My expectations are we get this skin that we can play exclusively in this stage, and we get one stage. But I do hope that maybe we'll get 2 acts and a Sonic skin. Maybe for classic Sonic, we could have Baby Sonic. I do wonder if they've reused any assets for the Tokyo levels from maybe Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympic Games or the Yakuza series. Dude, though, this just feels so much like, you know, being a little kid and seeing the Incredibles video game, you know? A proper video game movie tie-in. I'm stoked. But that's where I'm going to leave it for this one video here. I will be making videos on Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings, as well as a video discussing the DC and Sonic crossover and what that entails. So stick around, there's more to come. But what do you guys think? Comment below, discuss, and as always, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button, and in the description below is the link to my Patreon page, where for as little as $1 a month, you can get your name in the credits of these videos, with a special shout out going to the patrons in the $5 and above tier. They are Shohenshin, KB, RT0, Carl X, Hypes, Sad Goku, Dare Denny, SSS06, Kale Bennett, Ken K, Mr. SP, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotin, oh no, I've used up all the helium, what am I meant to do now? And Vera Wild. Thank you good folks so much for your generosity, and to all of you at home, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Now get out of here.